Hey guys, Zombie here, and today I have another replay for you guys. This is me in the AMX M449, not the Liberté. I always want to say that at the end, but I don't actually have that camo equipped right now because I don't really like how it looks on Blitz. It looks a little bit faded. It's kind of upsetting. I don't know why. It's not very, not as patriotic to France as I think it should be. I think it should be a little bit more vibrant. But aside from that, this tank, a lot of people straight up just say, oh, it's a French Tiger 2, you know, stuff like that. And, you know, it's a premium tank, so they just grind out the Tiger 2 and go for it anyway. But I think it's not a totally different tank. It's reasonable to call this a French Tiger. I even do it. But this tank is faster, has more DPM. It does have a worse cupola because, you know, it's bigger. It's about the same thickness, but it is bigger, so it's easier to hit. But the turret is a little bit more troll because it's not actually flat, and the mantlet is like, the mantlet's pretty good as well. But the main thing I like about this tank is the mobility and the DPM combined, and the gun itself just feels really nice. So anyways, on Desert Sands, my team at the beginning of the game didn't really seem to know where they wanted to push, and I was kind of making weird decisions there, trying to figure out where I wanted to go, and I figured, you know what, this thing has 10 degrees gun depression, at least from memory. And you know what? Why not push desert with the medium? So I decided to take this this spot down here, and it actually works out pretty nicely considering the 40 kilometers per hour top speed that I have in this tank. And now I'm kind of just dug in. I'm trying to DPM this Annihilator to the best of my ability. Unfortunately, getting a low roll with that last shot. But there are just 3 tanks in front of me, and all I really have to do is just sit here and keep firing my gun. I'm pretty safe for right now. And when I'm in a situation like this, I do like to look at the mini-map because while I'm reloading, I don't really have to aim so much as just kind of just sit there. So I usually take the time to look at my mini-map and see if I need to do anything else. So now there's the Tiger 1 in front of me. I'm trying to do the same thing. Just DPM the hell out of him just from the front and just try mincing that tank up. And so far, it's going pretty good. I am trying to wiggle my turret, but I immediately notice as soon as that T-28 Defender gets spotted that he comes up on my right, and he does have 2 more shots left in the clip because he just killed someone, and I am not going to take that 800 damage from him at all. I decide to go over, and I actually get pretty lucky shutting him down because that part of the tank that I shot was actually not fully gray. It was only about maybe a 50-40% chance that shot went in. But it did, and we took him out. And now I'm just brawling with the Tiger, and now I'm just catching up with the actual gameplay here. A little bit, the Blitz gameplay is a little bit too fast to commentate on for me. I'm living life slow. So now at this point, 3.4 thousand damage, which is a really good game at tier 8, and 4 kills. So let's see if we're able to pick up the next 2, maybe pick up a Pools medal, and let's see what happens. We are in a 2 versus 2 situation. Both tanks have a tier 8 heavy tank and an SU-152 on the other team. Now I do notice with that arrow that you can kind of see on my reticle that the SU-152 is to the right, and I know he can actually pretty decently effectively HE pen my sides. So I do have to be careful about where he is. Now the SU-152 puts a 713 damage round into the TS, which really helps out with the amount of time it's going to take me in order to shut him down. Now the enemy SU-152 does take out mine, so it is back on a 1 versus 1 situation, but I am a tier 8 heavy tank with 1,151 hit points because I was really conserving my hit points and making sure I was making good trades earlier. Now I hit 2 very nice snapshots into the SU-152, putting a lot of trust in my gun, and he isn't quite so lucky derping a shot into the dune. Yeah, he did the dunes really bad there. Now this T-26C4 is chatting it up a little bit, and I'm just talking to him. He said I was like God to him, and that made me feel good. I was happy that I actually was playing of that caliber. So I decided I have enough hit points here. I didn't think he could HE me from the bottom, so I decided I'll just take a hit. He shoots heat, does 489 damage. I max roll and ram him to finish off the game on 5,546 damage. I did not get to see how much damage I blocked, but this tank really isn't about blocking damage in my opinion. I play it a lot more like a medium than I do a heavy. Of course it can fill the heavy role if you need it to in a pinch, but I mostly do like to take it on medium flanks just because a lot of mediums at tier 8 really don't have enough penetration to properly deal with you, and you can crush the medium flanks pretty well. So we did get a mastery, a top gun, a pools... No, that's not the pools medal. A high caliber, and a pools medal. So a very rare medal. I only have 10. This was my 10th pools medal on my account. Feels good, right? And this was a fun game to play. And I actually was playing this tank for a lot of the, like the rest of the night pretty much, just because it's a really fun tank to play. So if it comes in the shop, I do recommend picking it up. It usually is decently cheap. I got mine for 7,500 gold, if I'm not mistaken, which isn't bad. That's not necessarily super cheap, but I did get the full equipment loadout and the Liberté, not legendary camouflage, but it's essentially a legendary camouflage. It just doesn't change your name in battle. But anyways, I will see you guys in the next video. I hope you really enjoyed. If you did, leave a like. If you didn't, make sure to dislike the video and let me know why you did in the comments, and I will see you later. Goodbye.